All right, I want you guys to pay attention and listen to this name that I'm about to say. Marvin Ailon-Mendoza. I'm going to say it again. Marvin Ailon-Mendoza. And you guys might be wondering who this parasite. I don't know if I can even insult a parasite with this guy. You might want to know who he is. Well, I'm going to tell you who he is. On May 18th, he broke into an 82-year-old woman's house in Florida. He went in there. He tied her up. He raped her for 45 minutes. Then he robbed her, took some things, and left. So the title says Democrats are rapists, and I'll tell you why. Let's back up here. So this guy Marvin came to the United States on asylum or seeking asylum in 2016. Well, guess who was in charge in 2016? Our good old friend Obama. And if you guys remember, that's when the floodgates opened up. All the illegal immigrants bum rushed the border, and then they ended up in cages. We all remember the cages, but they didn't exist, right? They end up in the cages, and somehow this guy Marvin ends up in New York. Age of 16, 17. So he's there, comes in by himself. They think, according to the reports, they believe he committed some crimes in New York. They don't know yet. They are trying to trace his DNA. That's how he got caught with this violent incident that he created to this older lady. So from there, he ends up in Florida. So what do we know about this illegal alien? He's from Guatemala. He was a construction worker. And we know that from 2019 to 2020, he had been arrested 4 times. These are the 4 things that he did. He got arrested for stealing a car. Then from there, it went to him being at a park. A woman was taking pictures of her dog. He whipped his dick out and started jerking off. There was kids around. They caught him. Okay. However, they couldn't tag him with a pedophile or sexual predator conviction because they couldn't find the kids to say that he was there. So they had to give him a misdemeanor. So he falls under the radar again. Then, on top of that, he gets charged with failure to appear. Okay. And then I read that he got charged again for exposing his organs. I couldn't find any of the stories on that, but we know that he was charged 4 times. Now, here's what we have to think about what's going on here. This is what Democrats want. They do not care that these illegal aliens / criminals are coming to this country, raping our people, molesting our children, causing havoc, because all they care about is one thing and one thing only: the vote. That's all they care about. They don't care about what they did to this 82-year-old lady. They don't care what they did to her family. They don't care about how they pissed me off, how they're pissing you off. All they fucking care about is a vote. That's why Biden opened up the borders again. That's why we have the floodgates. And how many of these Marvins do you think are there now? How many of these Marvins do you think are going to be released? How many of these Marvins do you think are going to fall under the radar? I looked more into the story, and there's an interview with Sheriff Snyder. Yes, Snyder. And he's a Florida sheriff, and his exact words were, the immigration system is broken. If it was fixed, or if we had a procedure to do some stuff, this should have never happened. The only way they caught this guy, Marvin, was because when you're arrested in Florida, the first thing they do, besides processing you, is they take a DNA sample in case you do things like this, raping an 82-year-old. So what you and I have to do is keep spreading the word about how we have to stop letting these illegals come to this country. We need a process. We have a process. However, the Democrats don't want to follow this process, which is called the Constitution. If they want to come here seeking refugee or asylum, they have to go to the port of entry. They have to follow the process so we can do the proper procedures, background checks, so we prevent stuff like this. That's what we have to understand here. That's why Democrats are rapists, because they do not care about what they are doing to our community. All they care about is a vote that secures them and their agenda. Let me ask you a question. What would have happened if that 82-year-old lady grandmother was AOC's grandmother, Pelosi's grandmother, Pelosi's mom? Okay, what about if it was Elon Omar's mom in Minnesota? Do you really think that this would have went unwarranted? I guarantee you they would have brought the book down on this kid and everybody else. They would have started raising things about immigration. But you know what? They don't care. For them, they just sweep it under the rug and we move on. So spread the word. Fuck the Democrats. Fuck their illegal alien bullshit. Let them come in. We all have a chance. Fuck that. That is nothing but bullshit. All they care about is a vote.